welcome to Cram Bamble, the podcast about nothing in particular, but sometimes you just offered a deal that is too good to be true. My name's Taz.
And I'm Kirsten. What's this deal that's too good to be true?
Well, what the fuck is Emily Rose's problem?
What's wrong with her?
Well, she did the whole, I'm possessed by, the devil, and I got, Hitler's soul in me and stuff, and had a big old cry, but this is what I'm counting. You can speak in multiple voices, you can crawl on the fucking ceiling, and apparently you can turn your head around. What? How is that not a great deal? Why are you complaining?
This is exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
She could be like Spider-Man.
Yeah, you got me thinking about it. We were talking about demons and possession, all that kind of stuff the other day, and it got me on the topic of ungrateful people who are touched by, whether it be divine, demonic, or whatever the situation is, higher powers that give them, as far as I'm concerned, dope-ass abilities, and they go, oh, wah.
Yeah, I mean, even in The Exorcist, maybe, Reagan vomiting green, that could be kind of cool.
Cool defensive mechanism.
Exactly.
Squids
like a
spray
squid.
ink.
Exactly what I was thinking.
That's like a land squid.
Oh,
that's
God. Could you imagine knowing somebody like that? That would be so funny.
I remember watching
like all those people, those incels who've got social anxiety,
yes.
and they go up to the counter and someone's like, oh, I haven't got correct have you got correct change? And they go, and just vomit green.
Wait, can you run that sound by me one more time? Wow. I may have to clip the audio down on that, but that is absolutely spot on. That's exactly what incels sound like. We're talking about you weirdos.
No, we're just as bad. I mean, we've just had a 4-day weekend.
Didn't feel like a weekend though.
We just had a 4-day weekend. Taz, tell me, did we go anywhere at all?
I went to a wonderful place called My Imagination.
Yeah, we did not leave the house.
Also, Tarkov.
If anyone's an incel, it's us.
Also, I'm not an incel.
All right.
I'm an insider. That's slightly different.
Although, I guess we found partners, so that we can't be incels then.
What do you mean partners? What demon are you having, side conversations with?
Conversations? That's really sweet.
Yeah, conversations.
In
That's
inverted
not cool.
commas.
In inverted commas. I never understood why they call it inverted commas. Alright, so you got me thinking about demons and whatnot, but I've already written some of these questions down because I've got a lot of questions in my brain. So.
I still like the Squiddy Incel.
Squiddy Incel?
Oh, there's the title for the podcast.
Squiddy Incel? Lock it in, Eddie. So, I always liked the whole deals with devils. Like, the whole possession story bored me because it was just like, squatters. But I like the whole...
I was just thinking, squatters' rights? They go into try and do an exorcism. They're like, I'm sorry, he's been here for over a year. This belongs to him now.
We're going to have to call him Margaret, the tenancy authority. She comes in with her little blue blazer and her clipboard and she's like, how long have you been inside this 17-year-old college girl? 15 days. And have you made any contributions towards the quote-unquote property? I am Beezelbub. That joke went nowhere. Anyway.
No, I was with you. I was with you right up into the point. Have you made any progress? And you're like, I can do this. And then climbs a wall. And she's like, interesting. Definitely an improvement.
That's process. She looks over at the parents and they're like, can you save our daughter? I don't know. Sounds like he's made her better. Could your daughter climb on the ceiling before? No, but she was a grade A student. That's nothing in this economy. Climbing on walls, that's a skill.
Take a couple of photos, chuck it on Insta. Bam. She is now a... Help me out. Oh man, that was going to be so funny if I'd remembered the name, the brand. I could have said 2XU, but I think I meant.
I don't know that many fashion brands.
Under Armour.
Under Armour.
Take some photos. She could be an Under Armour spokesman.
Oh, why specifically Under Armour though?
I think it's just the most universal one I could think of. And if we've got listeners overseas, they're all going to know Under Armour.
I thought maybe you were implying that Under Armour's higher ups in the corporate body were demons or devils.
Oh, I think if you're anywhere near high.
That's true. You reckon Mars?
Anywhere near high. That wasn't even a sentence. And I love the fact that you knew what I meant.
I know what you meant. Do you think they're the CEOs of Mars?
A large corporation. Yeah. You're probably a devil or a demon.
You've reached Beezelbub's office. Please hold.
Why do you keep referencing that one demon?
It's the coolest sounding name.
I hate it.
Really?
I think it sounds like a dog chewing gum.
That's a scary amount of gum if a dog is making the sound Beezelbub. Jeez Louise.
Or like a fart in the bath.
A fart in the bath.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
what that
goodness.
sounds like.
That's a horrid visual. Beezelbub.
Yep.
Don't listen to it, Beezelbub. You're my boy. So, okay. I like deals with devils. I like all that. But I was wondering about it because obviously it's all very wordy, contract-based. I imagine they've got like rolls and rolls of human skin. I feel like we've spoken about this
Oh my
recently.
gosh, everything's got to be bound in human skin.
It
You are
does.
like Bernard from Black Books, where everything's got to be leather bound.
Well, it has to be. Otherwise, it's just not legitimate. I almost couldn't say the word legitimate. Okay, so we're now in well, I guess it happens every, 50 or 100 years in the English language in general, where the language gets bastardized.
Mhm.
And so the way that we word things gets changed. How many people in their deals with the devil or devils, maybe it's competing factions, how many people get tripped up because of modern day language, whereas the devils are probably running on some really antiquated stuff?
I need to hear examples.
I don't have any.
Excellent.
I'm not that prepared.
Oh, brilliant.
It was more of a broad strokes kind of. Do you think this?
Absolutely.
Elaboration. Next topic.
Exactly.
Moving
Well,
on.
I mean, you wouldn't be able to read the contracts because they're probably written in like
that's true.
ancient.
Because Old English looks hella whack.
I always thought that it was just year and your. And have you tried to read Old English? It's indecipherable.
Well, that's only the last 300 years, and before that, it was Anglo-Saxon, which wasn't even technically English. It was. It's the language Anglo-Saxon. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
It isn't. But yeah, there's probably this contract. But I mean, surely they would keep up to date. Oh, actually, they do keep up to date because I was on Quora today and I discovered that there are demons on the internet.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah, they're surfing around. One of the questions was, do I need to be powerful to summon a demon? And one of the answers was, you don't need anything. We're already here.
Oh.
So demons are on the internet, just letting you know.
Demons are on the internet.
Yeah.
That's horrifying.
But like I said in a previous podcast, that really was very dull. Demons don't have to be evil. They can be very inspirational.
That's true. You just popped me over to a different page of questions because you tangent that. Okay, so demons are on the internet. Demons are using Quora. I don't know why.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, that their contracts would be up to date in the lingo. And I was just thinking how bad it would be. This contract is leet. Using all the
Leet.
kid speak.
Nice.
Is leet still relevant? I don't know.
I don't know if it is anymore, actually. Should go wake up Charlie. Ask
Don't
him.
yeet this contract out the window.
Leet you. Okay, this is a tangent. So demons are on the internet, right?
Apparently.
Are cryptids as well?
I think it would be difficult. A lot of them don't have opposable thumbs.
That's a fair point.
I don't think a chupacabra is going to be typing away. It's a bit like those ladies that get those incredibly long manicures and how difficult it would be for them to type. How do they do it? They must do it because you see receptionists with these incredibly long fake nails.
I think it's the same as when someone's typing with a pen, or like when they're doing the calculator
Do
work
they
with a
use the
pen.
nail or do they use their finger?
I think it's the nail.
But they're not strong enough. I wouldn't have thought.
To have that kind of curve and that weight, maybe they just base them on like velociraptor claws.
Because I was also thinking if I hit a key and I had an incredibly long, as you're saying, solid nail, let's say I haven't got a keyboard in front of me, I go for a W and I press an L, whatever key's above it as well.
Maybe that's why they have those pinpoint nails. So they actually hit the one key instead of like mashing the pad.
Oh, so you're thinking they're not touch typing, they're two-finger typing, which people still do. I'm astounded.
If you type with your fingernails instead of your fingers, does it count as click-clacking instead of touch typing?
Yes.
Legit. Oh, see, now I'm on I got 2 pages. I got 2 tangents that I had like random.
I'm so sorry.
questions.
So yes, Chupacabra is now a receptionist.
Oh, Chupacabra the receptionist. Beezelbub's office. This is Chupacabra speaking. Please hold.
Hey, Chupy!
Chubby! Don't call me Chubby. Only my friends call me Chubby. I'm going back the page.
That really does sound like a Mexican slur.
Possibly. I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. Okay. So contracts with the devil.
Yep.
Is it like phone plans where you can have another devil
30-day
buy out your
cooling
contract?
off period.
Well, that too. But he can switch phone plans and you basically trade over to another setup.
You can trade up to a better demon.
You can trade up to a better demon.
That's your device.
Well, yeah. So, like, are you currently enjoying the benefits of your plan? Not really. I mean, I asked to be a talented artist, but I should have asked for fame. Well, have I got the deal for you? But my main question was, you've usually got to pay upwards to buy out of a contract, because they're obviously buying the contract from another devil.
Oh, yes.
I'm sure there's a whole
And
plethora.
cancelling a contract, it costs you dearly.
The paperwork.
But sure, the payment is only a soul. So, I mean, what?
Well, that was my question.
Yeah.
How many souls do you have to pay to get your soul out of the hands of another demon?
Because we have previously discussed the fact that you can put souls you can trap them in like little bottles.
I didn't even think of that.
So you can go collecting some souls and be like, oh, got to buy myself out of this contract.
Wait. So if I buy haunted dolls or Pikachu stuffed toys, if that becomes a thing, can I trade those up to get a better deal from a better devil?
I think it depends on the soul. Because the devils will want, the demons will want particular souls.
Oh, that's right. They want like religiously devout and all that kind of stuff because they're juicier.
Yeah, exactly. Some people are destined for hell anyway. You don't want to get a serial killer in a doll. True. And a lot of them, the haunted inanimate objects are usually evil.
Oh.
So you wouldn't want those. You want this young lady was trapped in this doll and she was only 26 when she died in a horrific car accident.
It's like Chucky the haunted doll. He's just like a really bad spirit.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you be trying to do nice things to balance out the red in your book?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. He should have come back. No, his was a revenge thing.
His was a revenge thing?
Yeah.
Oh, is he a yokai then?
Yeah, I would say he'd be more bordering on a yokai.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he had unfinished business. Did you ever watch Chucky?
No.
Yeah, I think in the later series he just killed for fun, but in the first ones it was, I think, revenge for his original death.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's like an actual storyline to it as opposed to
the first one had a really good storyline.
Wow.
It was a surprisingly good film. I would go back and watch it because
horror movies never really interested me.
I love horror movies. They're my faves. I watch nothing but horror. That's what I did on my long weekend. I watched nothing but horror films and murder mysteries.
That sounds like a pretty cool weekend for you.
It was. I enjoyed it immensely.
What celebrity in today's, celebrity arena has to have made a deal with the devil?
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi?
Yep.
Elaborate.
He's just such a unique looking man.
Ah.
Yes.
You're saying he's so butt ugly.
No, I'm not saying that at all. I know, I do genuinely use the word unique there because I don't think he's ugly. He's very different looking, but he's not a Hollywood standard gorgeous man, right? That's a given. But I've not actually seen, and this is no bearing on anything. It could just be that I haven't seen the right films, but I've never seen any acting prowess. He's very typecast. He says his lines, does his thing, pulls his weird faces, and
Boardwalk Empire.
He was great in that, was he?
Amazing.
Oh, okay. Well, then I stand corrected.
He is amazing in that. It's worth watching too.
Okay. Because I like him. I just really do. He's my favorite. Okay. Who else? Bieber?
Yeah, I was thinking the same. He must have got a great deal though, because he got a lot of the things that tick all the right boxes for quote unquote celebritydom. Is that a word? No. Celebrity is its own word.
Yes.
Wow.
Maybe Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran? See, that's a Devil Goes Down to Georgia kind of thing. Or like the old Crossroads where they'd learn how to play blues.
Because I don't think they didn't give Bieber enough talent for it to be he's not talented enough and such a prodigy that I go, whoa, he definitely made a deal with the devil. Whereas I think Ed's he's so talented that he would have had to have made a deal there.
Yeah. Ed Sheeran for sure.
Yep.
No. Pin in that. He's ginger.
Devils don't want the gingers?
Doesn't have a soul.
Oh, that's silly.
No, that's canon. Gingers don't have souls.
No, that is such a trope.
If you're a ginger listening to this, can you please write into our Gmail, confirm that is indeed a fact that you have no soul? It's crambamblepodcast@gmail.com because Kirsten doesn't believe me and it's a fact.
Absolutely. Look, send through all your hatred and abuse to Taz because I do not agree with that at all. That is so dumb. That's like it's an internet meme. Gingers don't have souls.
They don't.
Black cats.
That's not an internet meme. That's been around for a very long time.
All right.
Possibly even 100 years.
It's because of all your Viking blood. You don't like gingers.
Gingers were quite lucky for the Vikings.
There you go. Point proved.
It was the Egyptians that didn't like gingers or twins.
That seems odd.
They were witches and they were sacrificed where possible.
Romulus and Remus, that's a story I've always enjoyed. They were twins.
They're Roman pantheon or Greek?
Gosh, now you're really testing me. All I remember is that they were suckled by a she-wolf.
Romulus and Remus sounds like one of those terrible sitcoms they had in the late 90s. You know, like Everybody Loves Raymond, where you'd have a particular ethnic group and the comedy would be based around that. Romulus and Remus. That doesn't sound like a terrible, terrible sitcom.
Or a children's cartoon. You know, like Ed, Ed and Eddie.
Yep.
And, what's that other one?
Phineas and Ferb.
Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, Romulus and Remus. Okay. I've switched it over from terrible sitcom to terrible children's cartoon.
They're not terrible. Phineas and Ferb was hilarious. So much adult humor. I loved it.
Okay. I really want to ask this question now.
Yep. Sorry, go.
Back over to my second page. Because
I still love the contract. Oh, that is so funny.
Cryptids on the internet. Is there a Quora for cryptids? Or like a Yahoo Answers for cryptids? Where they have a particular website they go to ask questions about things in general, but probably about humans.
I mean, how are they accessing these devices? That's the thing.
I think...
Like, are you specifically talking about the bipedal ones with hands and opposable thumbs?
I'm sure Chupacabra, if it got access to a nice little mobile phone from one of its victims, could figure out how to use it.
But, I mean, Cryptid is such a broad...
It is.
I mean, the Loch Ness Monster. I'm going to find it pretty hard slapping his flippers against that
Samsung's
keyboard.
been making waterproof phones for like 6 years now.
Yeah, how's he going to even poke at it?
With its tail. It's got a small nubbin. Goes boop.
So it can curl right over like a scorpion.
If it can spend the last 200 years being sighted every now and then, but not being captured or properly found, I'm sure it can figure out how to use a touch phone. Underwater tunnels?
Yep.
Well, I'm sure if it can use underwater tunnels, it's smart enough to use a Samsung phone. Android's super easy to use, and people who don't think that are dumb.
Okay. No, we're not getting into that. All right.
Talking to you, Apple
the
fanboys.
point I'm making is that there is a lot of cryptids
Yes.
that would not be able to access devices. But for you saying, for the sake of argument, they can.
Well, there are so
Would they have a Yahoo Answers? And what kind of questions would they be posting?
I have one prepared.
Oh, okay.
I got to think of like a really cheesy cryptid voice.
Mm-hmm.
I just killed a human in my cave. Is it poor form to sell their possessions on eBay after I eat them?
And what would the answer to that be? What does he need money for?
I don't know, buy a new phone. Maybe the internet's really slow and they want to upgrade.
I can imagine, like Mothman living in a little cottage somewhere.
Mm.
He's actually he's got a little online business.
Well, Mothman doesn't kill people.
Oh.
Mothman just kind of pops up and prevents or predicts horrible events.
Yes. No, but he might have a little online business and he gets in touch with other cryptids who obviously can't access online.
Okay.
So they bring him stuff a bit like, is it Fagin from Oliver Twist?
I haven't read or seen that.
Oh, no.
So I'm guessing he's like a fence.
Well, he's the leader of a pack of boys who pickpocket.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's like, yeah. Master of thieves kind of thing.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I can totally buy Mothman being like a fence or like an intermediary. He's like a little secondhand merchant. He owns a pawn shop, basically.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. But also he's super up to date on the internet.
Yes, obviously.
So, yeah, he would have an eBay store or even an Etsy store.
Ooh.
Because that would be hilarious if, all these people trying to buy haunted dolls and Bigfoot footprints and things like that. He would be there getting them direct from the source. So he'd have so much legitimate stuff. He'd be like, I am authentic Bigfoot footprint.
True.
As an ashtray.
Oh my God. Like in America when people are strapped for cash and they'll donate blood.
Yeah,
at blood
exactly.
Banks. So like Bigfoot's like, I need to buy the latest issue of Full Drive magazine.
Yep.
Survival Monthly. There you go.
Unicorn bone earrings and...
Yep. Toenail
like
clippings. He's like, brings in a bag of them. Mothman's like, these aren't actually selling. I'm trying to think what he'd call Bigfoot. Bob. You know, these aren't selling Bob. Just try to sell them. There's going to be a market. You'll see. Like, I got like an entire dumpster out back of your toenail clippings. Yeah, well, yeah, you know.
I like Bigfoot's voice.
Bigfoot?
Yep.
Yeah, he's a real deep voice fellow.
He sounds very Australian.
Well, he could be Australian.
Oh, of course. He could be the Yowie. I think the Yowie and Bigfoot are the same thing.
You reckon it's like a summer vacation? Because West Virginia's quite cool, isn't it?
Mm.
So during the real bad summer months in Australia,
How's he getting over here?
catches a turtle?
Catches a no whale, if anything.
Whale.
Take a couple of them on a whale.
A giant squid.
Oh, of course. If we're doing cryptid,
Yeah.
Giant squid.
Giant squid. Or Thunderbird Airlines.
Now, is that a cryptid?
Thunderbirds?
Yeah.
North America.
There you go.
Yeah, for sure.
Probably portals, actually, if he's in touch with like the supernatural spiritual
that makes
world.
sense.
And apparently, from what I've vaguely read, just brushing on the other day, is that mirrors can be used as portals for the movement of souls.
Oh, yes. That's why in Jewish families they'll cover up all the mirrors when there's a death.
Yeah.
Yes.
And also, when in those terrible films, you can actually summon someone, like the Candyman through the use of the mirror.
Oh, I like that. I want a portal mirror now.
Oh, wouldn't that be awesome? And then you do it just like they do in the cartoons with the actual portal gun, where you have like a mirror at the fridge and a mirror next to you on the couch, and you can just reach in and grab yourself a cake.
I was thinking murdering people, but okay, I can see went in two different directions there.
You'd have to, in their own house. God, that is genius. That is genius.
Yeah.
Oh, and we could actually, for our business that we were talking about, of hauntings.
Yes.
If we wanted to, let's say we wanted to classify a particular house as haunted.
Yes.
Because let's say we had our eye on a very nice house that you and I wanted to purchase.
It's built over a portal to hell.
No, I mean, if that's what you're into, cool.
Yes.
But we could fake haunt it through their mirrors and then come in as the paranormal investigators and go, I'm so sorry, we just can't get rid of these ghosts. This is, what did I call it? A purple ghastly. Purple ghastly haunting.
That sounds unethical. I'm not okay with that.
And that drives the price down. I think that's fine.
I'm not sure if I can get into a ghost business with someone who's willing to do such underhanded things to get a good deal. That seems really wrong. You should be ashamed of yourself. I'm all for killing someone through a mirror. But
exactly. Oh, murder. Murder's fine. And me, I'm just like, can you knock a couple of $1,000 off this house price? That's disgusting.
I'm not going to lie to someone to get a better price on a house. That's despicable.
You're sick.
It's disgusting. What is wrong with you?
Anyway, back to your murder portal.
Oh, I'll kill some people through a mirror. I think if I got the ability to walk on ceilings, or even vomit pea and ham soup, 20 meters, I could do with a little bit of possession.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it could just be that it's reacting negatively to being expelled. And from what I've read, they don't like being expelled.
I've always wanted to
just embrace it, ride it out.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be some sort of immortality perk in there somewhere.
Absolutely. And I mean, if you think of it, it's sort of like when you, if we're going with the mobile phone plan.
Yes.
And, contracts with the demons and devils.
Yes, of course.
This is a bit like when you start a new job and they give you a phone.
Oh, okay.
So you're like, you got all the perks of the phone, but you don't really have, it's not going to take your soul. You've written no contract. So you've got all the perks of the phone without a contract because that's held by the business.
So is the perk, just so, because I got confused on two different fronts there. Are you saying the perk is having the demon inside you, or the human body that you're possessing as the demon is the perk of your job?
Yeah, I think the device is the human.
Okay, so we're going from the demon side of it.
Yep.
So new job, you start off as a shit kicker.
Yeah.
You get little 4-year-old Sally and your job is to stand in doorways and go, I see you. You're like, I got to clock in 9 to 5.
Yeah, and she's got to freak people out by going...
Run through the house at nighttime going,
Yeah, but when you talk to little Sally...
That sounds like a dope job. I want to be a demon that possesses people.
Yeah. Anyway, so when you're little Sally...
Little Sally.
You can freak people out because nothing's scarier than a kid standing at the foot of your bed in the middle of the night, or just sitting there playing patty cake with no one.
I'd kick a baby across the room if it stood there staring at me. Wouldn't even have to be possessed. I'm like, line up a kick.
Yeah, all right.
Go.
Well, when you have your own children, we'll discuss it.
I want one of those mirrors.
Murder Mirror?
Murder Mirror. Oh, see, that's a good title too.
The Murder Mirror.
The Murder Mirror.
I believe there is actually a film that I really enjoyed about a mirror that murdered people.
What? Yeah. Is it called Murder Mirror?
I don't think it is.
Oh, thank goodness, because then we can't take it if it is. We can't take their title.
But it was a haunted mirror. So, woe betide anyone that had the mirror in the house.
What do you think the interaction between demons and cryptids is? Is it one of those things where they just kind of exist in totally different ecosystems, but on occasion?
I was actually thinking about that today, because we know we've decided to do sort of a paranormal, weird podcast.
I don't think we decided. I think the podcast decided for itself.
Yeah, it sort of evolved that way. This is our area of interest.
Like a brain slug took over us. This is me now. It's not a phase.
What I've become.
It's not a phase, Mom.
Yep. I actually forgot. I was so thinking about a brain slug just then that I forgot what the... Yeah, and he's all green like Futurama.
So, I mean, okay.
Wait, so what was the question?
Well, I'm saying,
what was I talking about?
How do they interact? How do, like, cryptids and demons interact?
Right.
Are they on different, Is it a territory thing in the same way as, like, you got packs of wolves or a herd of lions? I feel
like
herd of lions? No, pride of lions.
The reason they are so good at eluding any sort of capture or photography decent-wise, it might be because they're in league and they might have second sight.
Gotcha.
So they get on really, really well with the spirit realm.
Gotcha.
So they have them as allies.
Okay.
So they get warned, hunter's coming in, 10 cameras, just letting you know.
Gotcha.
You might want to give them something, but...
What if it's like law enforcement, where you've got local law enforcement, so your sheriff, so that's like your ghost or your Bigfoot, and then you've got federal law enforcement in the same way as FBI, and demons have jurisdiction, so there's a ghost haunting a house, and the demon rocks up going, this family's mine. And like, oh man, he's like, hands over the paperwork. It's being handed up the chain. Come on, I've been working on this family for like 3 weeks. Nah, this is now a demonic possession. Damn it. The ghost has to move on to the next house. What happened, Barry? Oh, bloody demons again. I hate the feds.
Come in here and they take over our cases just as we're getting to the end.
Yeah, I've been working over this family of white people for 3 weeks, and the demon's like, I'm gonna take the daughter and crawl on the ceiling. Oh man. I love it. It's the hierarchy.
And the demon doesn't even want it. I'm 3 weeks away from retirement.
What are you gonna do, Beezelbub? Oh, the usual. Spin a head around, vomit around everywhere, wait till an exorcist comes in, call him a pansy. The usual. Ghost is sitting there going, I had so many cool things lined up and you're just gonna half-ass it.
Yep. I'm just gonna cruise this out until I get my tenure.
The ultimate buddy cop show. You got the federal version, which is the demon, has to partner up with the Bigfoot. So it's like Beezelbub and Bigfoot. Oh,
Beezelbub and Bigfoot.
That's the title. I'm putting that in, locking it in, Eddie.
Lock that in, Eddie. We got so many titles. We got Murder Mirror and Beezelbub.
Oh, there's so many choices.
Bath Fart and Bob.
What? Bath Fart and Bob?
Thank you.
No. Veto.
Aren't you pleased that I remembered the name of Bigfoot you gave him? I'm proud of myself.
Oh, Bob, yes. Yep. Well, believe it or not, we're literally just now clicking over on 30 minutes. So
that was...
Keep it nice and limited there.
That went quickly.
I had intended to do it earlier, but I suppose we should do our little bit of housekeeping here at the end and remind our lovely viewers that we do indeed have Viewers? Listeners?
Listeners.
Well, I mean,
audience.
If they love it so much, they're staring at the picture, they're like, I just need more. Scratch their neck. Y'all got any more of that crambamble? crambamblepodcast@gmail.com. Send your questions and bic pics. We've also got Twitter, so just crambamble, space between the two words. Be sure to tell your friends, family, and the ghost that haunts your baby sister's doll.
All right.
This has been Crambamble. My name's Taz.
And I'm Kirsten.
Enjoy the outro music, suckers!
It's my favorite.
It is so damn good.